I'm going to say a word, and some of you are going to be like, is he kidding or what? But I'm going to say it anyways. Positive. Those of you who know me know that's not my creed. But I was thinking today about all this nonsense going on, and I couldn't help but think, if you don't stay positive, what else is there? We all know it all sucks. The virus, the closings, the shutdowns, the job loss, people are dying, numbers are going the numbers are skyrocketing, although I honestly don't believe the numbers that they put out, but that's just me. Everywhere I go, everywhere I'm sure most of you go, you're seeing people with masks on. So if the majority of the people are wearing a mask and staying as far away from others as they can, why then are the numbers so high? That's why I think it's bullshit. You can't blame one thing or a certain scenario, gatherings, Thanksgiving dinner. The malls lately are packed with people, although they'll disagree. But if you see the photos, there's a lot of people there. But small businesses, restaurants, bars, gyms, athletic complexes, whatever, they have to remain closed. And again, the pause is being continued for another week. I, for one, don't understand what the outcome will be after another week. But staying positive in a time like this, I guess, is the only thing to do. What else do we have? You don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick. Again, I know a couple of people, well, more than a couple now, who recently tested positive and are on home quarantine. But let me touch on that for a minute. Coming in contact with an infected person, they say, the CDC and the state health department, you have to quarantine for 14 days. And something about if you get a test 5 to 7 days after and you test negative, then you can lower your quarantine to 10 days. What is 10 days or 14 days going to do? And most people don't have any symptoms, but they still have to, they're forced to stay home from work, stay away from their loved ones as much as they can, and live their life in seclusion. If you don't stay positive during that, I think you fucking go nuts. But is there any other choice? If you're told by your employer, you cannot stay here because we have other employees who tested positive and you were around them for longer than 15 minutes in a less than 6 foot, you were closer than 6 feet apart, you have to go home. But going home, how do you stay away from your family? What do? Sleep in the basement? Sleep in the car? Sleep in the garage? It makes no sense. If you don't have any symptoms and you're wearing a mask constantly, every time you leave the house you're wearing it, then why can't you just go about your business like you normally do and go get a few tests, and if it's positive, it's positive. But I just don't understand the logic behind it. And again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. I read and I see what everybody else does. And I just happen not to agree with it. Because staying home around your loved ones is risking them just as much as it would risk your coworkers. So how about just going about your business at work, at home, and that's it. But you're being forced to stay home. And the government's supposed to pay you your salary. If you fill out some forms, I guess you have to fill out. And they'll either pay you or they'll reimburse you time. Like a lot of people have the accrued time, vacation time, sick time, and they'll be reimbursed. But what if people don't have that in their line of work? What if they don't have sick time, or they have a couple of days and you're forced to stay home for 10 or 14 days? I'm hoping that filling out the forms and submitting them and getting approved would take very little time, so you'd be able to survive. Pay your bills like everyone else that's still working and getting paid, and just living, surviving. I'm not sure the logic of the people making these policies, and I just think that if people would just go about their lives normally, wear the mask, do what you gotta do. I mean, it's winter time now. No one's going out. No one's having barbecues. Nobody's having parties. Yes, it's the holiday season, but what are you supposed to do? You have to live your life. And it seems also that the guidelines change. One week it's 14 days, one week it's 7 days, one week it's 10 days, as far as I can see from what I've read, and it just doesn't make any sense. How about the guidelines are for everybody? Okay, if there's a positive person that you're around, positive meaning COVID positive, not positive mindset, then whoever is around that person needs to either stay at work, if you're affected at work, or they all have to go home. I saw an instance where some people were sent home and some people weren't, when they were all around an infected person or a person who tested positive for COVID, and only a few were told not to go to work and the rest were told go to work. That doesn't make any sense, because even if you weren't close to the person, if you were all in the general area with this person, then why only a few and not everybody else? I don't know, and that's why I looked up the guidelines from the CDC and on state level, and it seems that if you're near an infected person, after they test positive, you need to self-quarantine or isolate. There's different names, but it's the same thing. So either the rules are the same for everyone, or they're not. You can't pick and choose who is going to stay and who is going to go, in my opinion. But I don't make the rules. I don't want to make the rules. I'm just voicing my opinion on it, which is my right to do. And that's why I'm on here talking about this. The things that are happening, the policies and the rules that are being made just don't make sense. I mean, people are still being blamed. They're not following the rules. Well, yeah, they are following the rules. In my opinion, the number of positive cases now are because a lot more people are getting tested, even though they're not feeling ill. And I still believe that the numbers are exaggerated for political reasons. But I love off saying this. It's my opinion. That's what I think. Because some states, the numbers are outrageous, and it just doesn't seem possible that many people can be infected. And if they are, it's because a lot of people are nervous because the media hype of this virus is making people scared, and people are going and get tested. So, get back to the positivity, meaning mindset positive. There's nothing else we can do. You have to stay positive. And again, people who know me know I'm negative, but on this level, I don't know. I just think that being negative about it is not the answer. Vaccines are rolling out soon. I won't be getting one right away, even if it's offered to me. I just can't. I'd have to wait it out and see what happens. But people will get it, and hopefully it'll work, and it'll be effective. And then down the line, then maybe everybody can get it one day and just stop this thing in its tracks, because it's fucking ridiculous. The way we have to live our life with this virus, it's like it's never going away. I mean, the year is almost over. We need to get back to some form of normalcy in our lives. We really do, because it's just getting crazy. And that's why I wanted to say the positivity, because I believe that's the only way to go. It's a mindset. Is it hard? Yeah. Difficult times like this, it's hard. But we don't have a choice. We really don't have a choice. You want to take care of yourself, your family, your loved ones. You don't want anybody getting sick. I'm actually glad that schools, some local schools in Rhode Island, are going full long-distance learning for the remainder of the year, because I really believe that cases are being spread in schools, but they're just not reporting it. They're saying schools aren't the case of where the cases are increasing. I don't believe that. Why would they close the schools and go remote learning for the rest of the year? Because people are getting sick in the schools. So let's just continue what we do and stay positive. I'll say it again, because we don't think we really have a choice right now. There's no reason to beat yourself up or anybody up around you over it. Just make sure everybody's doing the right thing. People you love, people you work with, friends. Wear the fucking mask. Does it work? Who knows? But we gotta wear it, right? And that's that. And you know, I don't think you have to broadcast when you're sick and when you're not, like celebrities do. Because lately I've been seeing reports of celebrities who had COVID, but they're coming out now and saying it. For why? Why would anybody care that you had it? You live in your 30,000 square foot mansion, surrounded by money, and you know what you're supposed to do, but apparently you're not doing it either because you're getting it. I don't care. I don't want to know who gets it unless they're close to me. I don't want to broadcast, oh shit, my wife had it, my sister had it, my uncle had it. No. Keep it fucking to yourself. There's no reason to go on TV or on social media and report that, oh, I have COVID-19, feel bad for me. I don't fucking feel bad for you. You're a fucking gazillionaire, living a lavish lifestyle, and you got it. Deal with it like the rest of us fucking do. We're not going all over, we're not calling the local news and saying, oh, by the way, come to my house and talk to me, because I gotta let everybody know that I got fucking COVID. It's fucking bullshit. And I brought that up because I read an article a little while ago that Ellen, we don't know who Ellen is, tested positive. Okay, so what? I hope you get better. Why do you gotta broadcast that? There's no fucking reason why you gotta go out on, on mainstream media to tell people you tested positive. Because quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. And I know millions of people love this person, but who cares? You're not going to be sitting next to her eating dinner. You're not going to run into her at the fucking market. No. She's in California. We're here. We're the working fucking schleps. She's the gazillionaire with the talk show. Well, the talk show is supposed to be going downhill, so maybe she's looking for sympathy. And again, my opinion, that's what I think. But no one cares. No one cares. People close to you care. That's it. If you have this fucking horrible disease, virus, just fucking keep it to yourself and tell the people who should know. The rest of the world doesn't need to know that you got fucking COVID-19. None of us want it. Hundreds of thousands of people have it or had it. And that's it. We don't want to know the individual names of people who live God knows where and they got the fucking thing. We don't want to know. It's not necessary. Take care of you and the people around you. And that's it. So, that's all for today. I mean, I was... I keep bringing this up because it's all you see. It's all you hear. The virus, the virus, the virus. And there's nothing we can do. So the more you see it, because, again, the media blows it up. That's all they fucking talk about. Before it used to be, I got to talk about this for a minute too. It used to be opioid addiction, which is horrendous, I would imagine. That's all you saw on the news. In whatever, in Massachusetts, 100 people died from overdoses last month. In fucking Connecticut, 70 people died. That's all you heard on TV. Now with the COVID-19, you don't hear that no more. Did everybody just stop using opiates? Or are they going and say, the person died of an opioid overdose, but they might have had COVID-19 symptoms to make the numbers go up a little bit? I don't know. Makes you wonder though, doesn't it? Because anytime you put on a local news channel, any night of the week, there was always at least one blurb about someone dying from an opioid overdose. You never hear about it anymore. It's all coronavirus. So think about that too. Are they using this virus as a way to say everybody who passes away, it has something to do with coronavirus? I don't know. And again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but I watch TV and read like everybody else. And it just seems a little odd. There's certain things you don't hear about anymore. All you hear about is coronavirus. So sit back with that and think about it for a little bit, because that's what I think. And I'll repeat it again. I always say it's my opinion. That's what I think, and it's what I'm going to say, because that's my right to say it, I believe. So, think about it, figure it out, look it up, research it. Where's all the opioid deaths going? I hope everybody got off it. I hope everybody got clean. They said, fuck this, I'm not going to use drugs no more. That'd be great. I just don't think that's the case. So, let's just stay positive with this bullshit, and we'll see where it goes in the next few weeks, months, into 2021 pretty soon. And again, the vaccines are supposed to be rolling out very soon. I know people are going to get it, and God bless you. I wish you luck with it. I, for one, I'm just going to wait a little while and see what happens, see how it affects people, and hopefully it'll work, and then I'll get in line to get one too. But I'm just going to hold off. So that's all for today. My name is Chris, and this is No Limits, my little podcast. I like to come on here and broadcast for you. If you like what I talk about, I'd appreciate if you subscribed. Drop a comment if you want. If you like the video, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button. And I'll be back soon, probably talking about some more Corona, but hopefully I'll be talking about a few other things I'm thinking about that I think people might be interested in. And that's all. Have a good night, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.